This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Bahamas telecommunications company responding to Minister of National Security Wayne Munro after he made comments urging BTC to prepare themselves for the Marco Alert mass messaging arm, as Alive is the only company that can provide the messages at this time. Well, in a statement, BTC says it remains committed to working with the government to deliver on its objectives as outlined in its 10-point plan. The company explains that earlier this week, the company had a meeting, a very positive meeting that is, with Prime Minister Davis, during which they provided updates on key points and initiatives. BTC says it's requested a meeting to discuss the concerns raised by the Minister of National Security on the implementation of Marco's Alert at yesterday's press briefing at his earliest convenience. It says a third-party communications provider that does not possess a telecommunications network was awarded a telecommunications contract by the Ministry of National Security to deliver the SMS-driven Marco's Alert service to the public. BTC was asked to partner with the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the third-party communications provider on the implementation of the project. It says the company has been in constant communication with the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the third-party communications provider to determine how its systems would be integrated with the Royal Bahamas Police Force and that third-party communications provider to deliver the Marco's Alert SMS service. BTC says it has on numerous occasions, as far back as July 2021, requested specific details on the integration and implementation process, adding that serious data privacy concerns have been raised specifically around how much information this system will be able to access from BTC's network. That said, BTC has requested terms and conditions guiding this partnership to deliver Marco's Alert, but to date these have not been provided. The company says it cannot enter into an agreement with any entity without first having a clear understanding of the expectations and implications for its customers. In news from the courts, a 39-year-old woman accused of stealing close to $200,000 while employed as an accountant at John Watling's distillery was ordered to repay the company $198,000. Tabitha Wells of Blair Estates was charged back in December 2020 with 12 counts of stealing by reason of employment, 2 counts of falsification of accounts, and 1 count of money laundering. Prosecutors allege that Wells attempted to conceal the theft of $198,112.35 between February 11, 2020 and August 19, 2020 by falsifying entries in the QuickBooks accounting program. In December, Wells pleaded not guilty to all the charges. At the start of her trial, the defendant changed her plea to guilty of all charges. She was ordered to pay John Watling's distillery in monthly installments not to exceed 15 months. Wells was represented by Damian Gomez, QC. The Bahamas is in an excellent position as it relates to its tourism rebound. This coming from Director General at the Ministry of Tourism, Joy Jibrilu, on Thursday at the Caribbean Hotel Investment Conference and Operations Summit, where she spoke with members of the media. Mrs. Jibrilu says there's light at the end of the tunnel as the country's tourism industry gets back to pre-pandemic numbers.
I have had the opportunity to see what our forward bookings and what our numbers look like. And what they speak to is that the Bahamas is experiencing probably one of the strongest rebounds globally in terms of tourism. We look at the Caribbean. The Caribbean is outperforming every other region. But then if you drill a bit further down, the Bahamas is doing even better. We see all this new airlift coming to the Bahamas.
The Director General noting that a key part of the country's rebound success story has been health and safety protocols, adding that a number of tourists have said they feel safe in coming to the Bahamas in a pandemic as COVID numbers continue to trend down.
All of our industry partners, the big hotels, the taxi drivers, tour operators, our airport, our cruise port, they've all been working in tandem to ensure that it is seamless, that the protocols are in place, applied to everyone, and everyone's adhering to the standard. But we're reaping the benefits of that. And so really this is an opportunity also to commend the Bahamas, commend Bahamians for understanding. I know it was difficult for many of us living through what we lived through, but we are definitely going to be the beneficiaries of everything that we sacrificed initially, and now the rest of the world is looking at us.
Thanksgiving bookings are also doing really good, according to the Director General.
If you look at global bookings continue to be down 77% on 2019. So nobody's counting 2020. And if you think that 2019 was a banner year, certainly for the Bahamas, but even for international travel. But if you look at the Americas are down by 63% compared to 2019. The Caribbean is down by 25%. So the Caribbean is leading the way. But if you look at Thanksgiving and Christmas for the Bahamas, we are ahead 15% of where we were in 2019, which was a record year. So
Mrs. Jibrilu's comments echo that of Prime Minister Philip Davis' remarks at Chico's, where he told stakeholders that tourist bookings for the next quarter are at historically high levels, adding that the Bahamas is now on course to experience a rapid rebound in tourist arrivals to pre-pandemic levels, meaning that we should soon recover our position as a premier destination for business and leisure travels. Mrs. Jibrilu adds that overall tourism officials are excited about the direction tourism is going. A total of 20 new COVID-19 infections confirmed in the country over the past 2 days. Health facilities carrying out a total of 644 RT-PCR tests between Wednesday, November 10th and Thursday, November 11th, resulting in 17 new cases here in the capital, 2 cases on Grand Bahama, 1 case on Long Island, 2 cases on New Providence with a history of travel within 14 days. There's now 22,572 confirmed cases in the Bahamas, just 192 of them active cases. Hospitalizations continuing to trend down. 47 people are in hospital, 39 moderately ill, and 8 in intensive care. The death toll remains at 665. However, health officials reporting an additional death has been added to the deaths under investigations. That category now tallies at 68. 89 people recovered from the virus between the 2 days. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs congratulating the Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sharon Brennan-Haylock, who has been elected by acclamation to serve on the United Nations Advisory Committee on Administrative and Budgetary Questions for the term 2022 to 2024. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs making that announcement, noting that this is the first time a Bahamian national will serve on this prestigious committee and the first time a female from the CARICOM region will serve. This appointment, according to officials at Foreign Affairs, presents a strategic opportunity for the Bahamas. This is one of many steps to increase Bahamian and CARICOM member states' representation within the United Nations to serve on high-level committees and subsidiary organs. The subsidiary organ of the UN General Assembly is composed of 21 members elected for a 3-year period based on a broad geographical representation. The committee examines every aspect of the work of the United Nations and provides its advice to the General Assembly and other relevant legislative bodies. The election took place at UN headquarters in New York on the 9th of November 2021 during the ongoing 76th General Assembly session. Well, that does it for news this evening. Once again, I'm Leah Cooper, and from all of us here at Jcn News, have a wonderful and safe weekend, everyone.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.